everybody, welcome back to Chic on the Cheap. Let's call this Season 2. Thank you for being so patient with me for the last couple weeks. I haven't been able to post any new videos because my software program that I had been editing in started leaving big black holes in my video, and I figured you probably wouldn't want to watch that. So I just got some new software and I'm ready to kick off the new year. So my first project is a dress makeover. I haven't done a new dress for you in a while. I found this dress at Goodwill and I really like the color and the fabric, which is usually what draws me to the dresses that I redo. So I hope you enjoyed this. These are just for fun, but hopefully you can take away a few tips that you might be able to use for a makeover that you do. So enjoy! So here's a dress that I started with, and it was actually a purple kind of rayon dress that I really liked. It has a really deep purple color, but it's a little big and the style was a little retro, so this is where we started. My first step to transform this dress and recycle it into something new was to remove the gold buttons, and I just snipped those off where they were connected at. And then I needed to get rid of the shoulder pads, so next I flipped those inside out and just cut the shoulder pads out of the dress. Next I wanted to change up the sleeves. They hit my shoulders at the wrong place and I didn't really like them, so I just cut them off right next to the seam because I knew I was going to be cutting off some additional material anyway, so I didn't use a seam ripper. I just cut them off right at the seam. And once I had those off, I did save the sleeves because I reused those sleeves in a new way afterwards. So after the sleeves were off, I knew I wanted to get rid of the bottom of this dress. So you see right here where the zipper ends, I'd cut about an inch below that, and I just cut straight through the dress because I knew I was going to do something completely different with this dress. So I went ahead and cut off the whole bottom part of the dress just below where the zipper hits in the back. And later on I actually ended up changing this. I actually cut through the zipper, but for now this is where I started with. So I'm going to show you the evolution of this redo. Sometimes my idea changes midway through. So now I was left with just the bodice of this dress, and from here I needed to fit it to myself, so I put it on inside out and pinned it to where it would fit me. And this isn't easy to do, but it is a good way if you ever have to be your own dress model. You can pin it off. I pinned where it hits on my shoulders, where I knew I wanted to put the new sleeves on and attach them on, and then I just pinned down the sides, and then I just sewed right on the outside of that pin line. To make the new sleeves, I took my old sleeves that I had cut off and I just made them a little bit shorter. I just followed the same pattern line but cut off quite a bit of the old sleeves because I didn't want them to be so long. I wanted them to kind of be cap sleeves. So I just shortened them up, same piece of material, just shortened a little bit. Then I went to the iron and added in some pleat folds right at the top, and this will give you kind of a little poof. If you want cap sleeves, it'll help them to stand up a little bit. You just iron those pleats in, put them like that, and then sew them in place right like that. You'll put right sides together and sew them. So this is what it looks like when you sew it on there. You take that cap sleeve, put right sides together where you're going to attach it to your bodice, and then sew it in place. And then when you're done, you should have a little cap sleeve that looks kind of like this with a cute little pleat in it. So that's an easy way to reattach sleeves in a different way. So once I was done reattaching the sleeves, I realized that I didn't want this to be a dress anymore. I wanted to turn it into a blouse. So I cut off the bodice even shorter, and this made me cut through the zipper. Now you can cut through zippers and still use them. Just make sure that they are zipped all the way up before you cut through them. Because what we're going to do is right here, reattach the little bottom hemline that I cut off the dress. I just reattached it right to that place where I cut off on the bodice, and it gave it a cute little frill all along the bottom. And I just kind of added pleats in where those pins are at. I folded in pleats and sewed it on the bottom, and then I got a nice cute little purple blouse, and it's a little bit retro, has some cute little flounces on the bottom of it, and it's a fun way to reuse this dress. And the fun thing about dress makeovers is if you buy your dress cheap at a thrift store, I get all mine at Goodwill for $4.99, you can make mistakes, and it's okay, it doesn't matter, you only paid $5 for it. So go to thrift stores, go to Goodwill, find a dress that you like and start cutting and sewing and see what you can come up with. It's always a fun adventure. Thanks so much for watching this week. Please join me right back here next week. I will hopefully, Lord willing, be posting a video every week from now on for the rest of the year. So please join me right back here next week. I've got some great ideas, some fun stuff that I already have lined up for this year. So please come back back. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is my way to make a little extra dough on the side. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I really love sharing these craft ideas with you, and it helps me out when you subscribe. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and meet me right back here next week for more money-saving ideas that will make you look good.